Welcome back, everyone, to Aftermath Session 33. I remembered to change it this time. Haha! Welcome to, now I gotta remember, Zarathan? Yeah, Zarathan is the world that we're now playing in, because it has a name, as of a couple weeks ago. Not just Aftermath.
It always had a name.
Always had a name. I just didn't know it. It has revealed itself to me. When last we left off, the party had traveled into the lands of the Urgathi, coming across their kind of capital city. They met with the Council of Wild, who was having an issue, and they saw that 3 strangers being sent here was a sign of the spirits sending their salvation. The answer to a problem. The clan Swiftstride has been tainted, or at least something happening to the tribe itself. They've had reports of like wolf-like creatures running around, various other signs of everything's not all right. For the salvation of the tribe, they have a chest of gems and a promised blade for Davokir as a reward. Yeah, all of a sudden that light went off.
Jesus H. God, God.
That caught me off guard. So they have these promises of reward if they can fully solve the problem. They could just go and investigate and bring some information. They'll get some coin or some gems. But the tribe's hoping that they can fix this issue for them. After partaking of the tribe's hospitality, getting their quest, the party, goes about their evening to rest or, do whatever they desired during the night. And in the morning, I think, is where we will return to the party. But first, we're going to run the intro that now I realize I'm going to have to update for reasons. Um,
%.
Welcome back, everyone. As
Never has an introduction ever been more valid to the
Like-
majority of people in it.
the
Do a
introduction
new
only
one.
applies to one character now. The map surrounding, like, I gotta redo the whole OBS setup because, like, really, the cracked desert lands were not there anymore. I'm like, okay, we gotta redo some things. It's okay.
Okay, man.
Any of you do anything that night after the meeting with the council? Do you? I think they probably would have had like a large bonfire in the center of the town that they kind of do, and people gather and ate and drink and such. But anything in particular you were looking to accomplish before bed?
No, I just go over my spell book and maybe switch a couple out, but nothing crazy. Nothing noteworthy.
I think Jazz is going to throw himself into the moment and just be welcoming of the customs and processes of the night. If there's dancing, he'll look to join in and try and learn whatever dances they're doing. If there's food that he's not seen before, he'll try it out. If someone comes over and talks to him, he'll engage them in conversation. Just fully like Luke Skywalker with Ewalking the moment. You know? Like, yeah, 100%.
Cool.
I just think that's how he is right now.
Yeah, and I think for sure, like, there's a large bonfire. There's a lot of, like, roasted meats that are being served, but there's also, like, some vegetables and things like that. Just kind of simple but hearty food. Like, large cuts of meat. There's some stew. There's, like, roasted vegetables and, like, salad and, like, just everything's pretty basic, like, not crazy sauces, not crazy, you know, whatever, but it's just good, hearty food. And if nothing else, there's a certain power to that. Just this basic, primitive, cooked on an open fire and, you know, put together with love, essentially, for everyone.
Okay, well, I just take it on board and just enjoy everyone's space, you know.
Devakir, anything you were aiming to do that evening?
Barbecue would just be observing the clan, taking a look at everyone's interactions with one another, get a feel for how he thinks people would kind of interact with him, looking for anything that would potentially be concerning. We'll take a brisk walk away from kind of the main hall where we'd be eating and communing, just to get a kind of feel for the land, look at various huts, but be mindful as well not to vary and like move too far away from where we're supposed to be, but just kind of look to understand the surroundings, and then after doing so would then just casually look to rest, engage in eat some food, let's take care of himself, his daily evening kind of checking on things, and then he'll call it an evening.
Sounds good. You guys enjoy the evening, the frivolity, this kind of moment of tribal community. Yeah, you'll see Cyril will also be kind of wandering around. At one point, you see him kind of off with one of the spirit binders. Is that what they're called? Jeez, my brain. Yeah, one of the spirit binders talking for a while. Eventually, he makes his way to the room, and everyone gets their rest. In the morning, when you wake up, however, Cyril is gone. There is, I know, shocking. There are notes left there in it, like on like a table within the cabin that you guys were given. Name one of your names on each one, and then one that just says remnant on it. Opening up the remnant one, you'll see he wrote, "I'm sorry for departing and leaving you in the lurch here. I have been talking with the spirit binders. They have told me of more of my kind in Sudrone to the south. I have been running for so long without a family until I came across you. I know that in leaving you now I leave behind the closest thing I had to brothers, but I must find truths about myself and hopefully remove any threat my presence has on you. I have been troubled since finding that blade and can't shake the fear and dread that has placed on me. I'm not sure what my future holds, but know that I wish only the best for you. Cyril." And then you each had your own.
What language did he write that in?
Probably just common. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
Just check.
not like he's looking to obfuscate it at all.
Okay.
Yes, he wrote it in Elvish.
What a dick! Why would you do that?
He's like, I want to make someone spend a spell slot to comprehend languages.
Oh, no. I'll put you up there. I'll teach you.
So yeah. So he has departed, along with him, his horse. He left whatever his share, like the party gold's there. He had some personal gold that was still on him. That he took with him. And kind of inquiring around, you'll find out he probably left a few hours after everyone went to bed. He essentially like got up, got his horse, and departed. For everyone else, sadly, one of our players had to step away from the game. So his character is not dead or not gone. There's a chance that, if things change, he could come back. But for now, he's going to be disappearing as an NPC, possibly into one of the major cities.
I look around at the other two, mainly Jazz now, and I'm just like, well, I'm glad he's not dead, I suppose, but we were all going south anyway.
Yeah. Sometimes people want to be on the same path as you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're traveling with you. They just happen to be there at the same time as you.
Well, keep an eye out for him. We never know.
Yeah, of course. I mean, how many guys are we going to see wearing all black who are firing guns with unerring accuracy? That's pretty rare.
True.
Yeah.
I wish him well.
I wish him well too. And wherever he needs to find, I'm sure he'll find him. And if he doesn't, he'll come back and try and take something from us instead. That's all.
But that means he'll come back.
Yeah. So it works out.
So, well, now he's still going to go check out this place.
These people need us.
Okay.
We can mourn the loss of our friendship at a more appropriate time.
We don't want to just forget all this and run east.
I want to reframe that for you. We run east, and then in about 2 months' time, we hear from someone on the road that there used to be a bunch of these people that lived here. But then one day, someone came by and found that they'd all been killed by werewolves or wolves or whatever. How do you feel though?
I don't know.
You're meant to feel bad about that. Jesus.
Just sort of like, I had already turned as you were saying you were meant to feel, and I was like, so are we heading out then? Like,
Kelthar, give us strength. Yes, we'll head out. We'll go. We'll go. I need to do my quick self-affirmations and prayers, and then I will be ready to go. Because if we're taking a long rest, I have not chosen my spells for the day.
Yep. Yeah, definitely would have gotten your long rest in as you kind of like get up and kind of surveil the town here. There's once again kind of like in this central fire area that they have during the night. They now have like a smaller bit of flames that have been built up, and on it is essentially like a porridge being cooked out there. Some herbal teas that they've put together, kind of brewing as well, and just like the tribe's members and the visitors will come over, and like a cook that's out there will scoop them up food, pour them some tea if they desire, kind of see to their morning needs.
I just very meekly hop on over, grab an empty bowl, and I just wait for my turn to be served, I guess. Once that happens, I'll, if I'm alone, find just a spot and with enough space for everybody to join. If that means at a table, under a tree, I'm not too sure what the style is.
Yeah, I mean, there's like around the fire area, there are like basically logs that have been laid out as like benches, but there's also like areas where there are tables, placed out, like under trees or near some of the nearby buildings. It's kind of like, just say almost like a campground picnic area sort of thing vibe to it. Like there's like wooden benches with wooden chairs and very basic but kind of welcoming and open. There's members of the tribe that are like sitting around the fire talking. There's others that are off on their own tables. You can kind of hear some people kind of giggling or laughing to each other as they talk about whatever it is, pushing forward. You'll see Garanus, the large warden of the hunt that you kind of run into the other day, the day before, kind of coming through and going from one group to another, like greeting people and shaking hands and clapping people on the back, and kind of make his way over once he sees you settle down. I don't know, this large form kind of shifting into a spot nearby. I heard of your friend leaving last night. Sorry to hear that. You still going to be able to look into this for us?
We made a promise to you. We're going to see it through. And I look towards where Jazz is, just sort of like, yeah.
I appreciate that.
One of those things that they'd love to have heard me say.
A little late, but whatever. It's fine.
You have the cart, the ox, and that. Did you desire to leave any of that behind, and I can have, when we have the signal, have someone bring your cart along with your rewards? Or did you desire to bring the cart and your livestock with you?
That's a point. And I'm like looking like we don't. Do we need the cart for this? To be honest, it would be easy if we didn't have to look after the cart while there. Now start going through the motions in his head. But what's probably the best way? He's like, if we were to leave the cart here, would you be able to, without a steed, would you be able to bring it to us with the reward, and then you take the steed up and leave? Then we can replace it with our steed.
We have our own mounts that could pull a cart that size. No problem.
Brilliant. Then we could leave it here, and then we could all just ride on out. As I look towards Jazz and Davik.
Alpha, hear my cries. Make sure that our bounty is protected. Ensure that our cart and wagon is actually held on by these villagers, who can then pass it to us at the end of our glorious victory. Let them find a way in their hearts to find generosity enough to look after our objects and make sure that they do not turn them into firewood or tiny little houses for tiny little people.
Amen.
Whoa, what are you doing over here?
I was wondering what you're doing, and I just heard the end of it. And I know in church they say amen when they want them to finish and leave. So.
Oh, do they? Oh, that's quite good. I should use that. All right, I'll remember that for next time. I've been saying, all right, thanks. It works. I feel like, or later. I've been saying later. I've been thinking about doing a later days, but I didn't want to push it. It felt somehow disrespectful.
Maybe that's why they use it in church.
What, later days?
I was more thinking amen.
I think that's a church of latter days, but yeah, same.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh boy, getting back on the D&D.
This Jew's got jokes. Okay.
Okay, so we'll leave the cart here, and then Jazz can ride his cow, bull. Davakir's got his war horse, and I can summon my alpaca as we all ride off into the sunset.
Perfectly uniform crowd.
The weirdest grouping of mounts. This is like Valiant Warhorse with his Dragonborn riding it in heavy armor. You got this Goliath riding a giant oxen, and then you've got a kangaroo on an alpaca. Just
yeah. There's a point where like the D&D trope slowly deconstructs down the line from like what D&D is meant to be to what D&D actually is, and I'm in the middle of that. You know what I mean?
It's great. It's great. I'm here for it. Yeah, you guys are given directions, and you ride off into the forest. As you travel in the direction of the Swiftstride clan, you start to notice as you get near to the location is that like the trees are slightly darker here. There's almost like a cloud that has settled in this region that has dimmed the sunlight as well, and you start to see in places like splotches of blood that are like out in the grass areas or up on leaves. You see animals that look slightly off. Like rabbits and such that are running around that are like a little bit more mangy than they should be, given the food and the selection that's here. Skittish and darting all over the place. You see some deer that like have an extra like antler protruding from their head. And you start to see, as you travel on, kind of like the eyes of creatures watching you from the shadows. As you're traveling, is there anything in particular each of you are doing as you start to approach this clan's holdings?
I think whilst witnessing the changes in nature, I think Davakir would get the impression that the changes are too kind of averse to be natural magical afflictions. There'll be a slight kind of rage and fury building up with the possibility of what's currently happening being done with intent by someone or a group of people. And the grip on the longsword would get a little bit tighter.
Easy, Davakir. Hold on. I'm fairly sure there's going to be time enough for blood, but let's at least let them come to us.
Amazing.
Watch our flanks.
I'm quite fixated on these animals at the moment, and can I do, I don't know, an Arcana sort of roll to try and understand the. I'm going to use the word mutation, just because I don't know what is actually with these.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that for the? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. Go ahead. Let me know what you.
19.
Okay. It's. You're not sure 100% what it is, but you're definitely sure, A, that it's not natural, and B, that there is some sort of mystical, magical contamination that has touched the land here. An area that should, by all rights and means, be abundant in life and healthy, seems to be struggling to like maintain its ecosystem in a healthy manner.
Okay.
But at 19, you're not sure the exact source.
It looks like something's tainted the land and the animals are suffering because of it, but I don't know where it's coming from. I need to look further.
When he speaks of tainting, do I have a sense that these creatures are still alive?
Yeah, give me some sort of check, whatever you think might matter to you.
Yeah, I think I would probably go with stuff that I can't do as a paladin in this version. That's frustrating. What I want to do? I think I'm going to go with a religion check.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily my best, but it's not my worst. But I think I'm just going to look at... He's looked at it from a magical point of view. I'd like to look at it from a holy, unholy point of view.
Okay.
Okay. 15.
Okay.
I mean, ooh, 15. That's good.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, you feel that connection that you've been forming with a deity, one that you started to pray to, starting to kind of get that connection stronger and stronger. You kind of reach to that, and your knowledge of the world in general, but like what you think is kind of in that good and evil. They definitely appear to be alive. There are signs that these creatures are breathing. They're moving about as if everything were generally okay, but they seem to be a little bit more on edge, a little bit more skittish. Some of them even seem to be out of their normal place. There's something not right about them. So there's a tint of like an evilness to it, but you're not 100% sure what that is. Just that it is. And as you guys travel on, you come to a town that's very similar to the one you guys left in layout in general. Like it's a town set up with like log cabins, kind of like a central area where there would be a fire. However, that sits dormant. There are short like palisades built around the encampment, with large gates that currently are open, at least half open. Like there's one of the large gates are open. You don't really see, at least as you approach, much of a presence. Like there's not people standing on the walls. There's not a guard standing by the front gate. There's none of these things that like the last place you were kind of had. You don't see smoke rising from the fire. Yeah.
Sheer just bad vibes. I'm gonna just cast mage armor on myself. Last 8 hours. So.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
I'm going to get off Daisy. And with my fine steed ability, I believe I'm able to maintain contact for up to a mile in there. So I'm going to send her in ahead of us, just to wander around and ask her what she sees.
All right. You send Daisy in through the front gates. She kind of trots forward, carefully and casually, kind of looking around.
But that's right, it's Duke. Everyone
It's
knows
Duke now.
It's
Yeah,
it's not Daisy. It's fully. It was always a bull.
it's always a bull. They trot in through the gate, making their way in, looking around, looking for trouble. Give me a perception check for Daisy, Duke.
Okay.
Them.
Yeah, perception.
Daisy Dukes.
Is
Daisy Dukes.
11. Okay, so that is. Is that wisdom?
It is wisdom based. Yes.
Not one, baby doll.
Yeah. Comes in. Everything looks great.
Yeah, no worries.
You getting symbols? No worries. Everything's good. There's some vegetables in this garden. I'm gonna go munch a little bit.
Okay.
Tastes good.
All right.
Yeah, life's good.
All right. You do you, man. Any people around?
Not that I see.
Are you looking right down at the vegetables in this exact moment?
I mean, that's how I eat them.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Duke. Appreciate you. You're great. Duke says that it's totally copacetic and that we just need to relax. And with that, Jazz is going to walk through the front gate.
But I'm staying mounted, but I will follow 5-10 feet behind.
Maybe a bit further behind.
Well, you're definitely going to be going into that gate first, and a good 5-10 steps before we're even there. So.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Davokir would dismount his horse and follow behind Jazz with a visible kind of glare of kind of pessimism about what we're about to experience.
Mm-hmm.
He does not believe Duke at all.
Anyone making any
This
checks
schism
or
will
using
not
any-
be unrecorded, Davokir.
Are we definitely taking in my surroundings, eager to know what's different in this village? So I guess eyes would just be out, new area, just basic looking around.
Okay. Perception check if you desire. Anyone else?
I too desire.
Perception or survival?
I got
Anything you can think
22
of?
Perception.
I think I'm gonna just be big. I'm just gonna be big. I'm not gonna necessarily be like threatening, but I'm not gonna stoop as I go into this room, into this city. I'm gonna stand fully out, chest up, glaive glinting up behind me like a flag, sword and shield out in my hand as I just walk down the street, big smile on my face, totally unfussed. I want to give off such an intimidatory performance. So can I do intimidation?
Sure. Davokir, anything you're up to?
21.
Nice. It's an
My
impressive.
my main concern would just be an ambush, an immediate ambush. So I'd just be surveying the
Okay.
land.
So perception as well, I suppose.
See Duke, and I'll be like,
Okay.
hey, we have to pay for those carrots.
As Jazz kind of like puffs out his chest and puts out this display of, I'm nothing to mess with here. I'm a big warrior. Davokir and Sunny look around. Davokir, these lands are familiar in as much as like it's a tribal kind of setting, but it's very different like ground, very different layout than how your tribe was ever set up. A little bit more like permanent, a little bit more settled in. You're having trouble taking in too many clues. You don't see any immediate danger at the moment. Sonny, as you're looking around, you see the nearest cabin over here, slightly up to the left of you. There's like a area underneath one of the cabins that seems to have like a little fresher dirt, and like the cabin is slightly raised anyways. Like there's like logs that keep it up just a foot or two off the ground, but it seems that like there's an area here that has been dug out a little bit, and there's like a bush or a dead bush that's essentially been pulled over that opening.
You say it's slightly under, so it's. I use dancing lights to scan for it, and you see the three lights go over towards it, so I can try and get a better look, and if anything, highlighting it to the other two as well, that I'm interested in it.
But where the wisps, they come from. Oh, that's yours. Okay.
Yeah, you just see a couple flew out of my sleeves and then go over to the area. I'm
Yeah.
just like, that doesn't look right over there. Looks
Just
too.
an unhealthy bush. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Oh. See.
As the light kind of illuminates and he points it out, you can kind of see a similar thing. This kind of bush that's been pulled over to kind of hide an area. And it seems that someone has dug down underneath this cabin, which, as you kind of look around, it looks like all the cabins are built slightly up, but with logs that are generally like trying to keep it off the ground, but then still keeping things from getting underneath. There's like steps that go up to each of these cabins, like not many, one or two. This particular one, it looks like as you illuminate the area and the light shines through these like dying branches of this bush, there is a bit of the wood has been kind of like carved out, and there is then dirt that's been kind of pushed off to the side to make room to kind of get up and under, almost like a badger or something would like dig itself underneath a house that's got a slight bit of a gap between the earth and the cabin itself to keep the logs from rotting or anything in contact with the earth.
Okay. Yeah, I just point out is it looks like something burrowed or attempted to burrow under the house, under the. I look at Davik here and I'm like, do you know anything that sort of size in these lands that might be able to do something like that?
I mean, there's plenty of animals that you would probably could think of, badgers or, foxes or
So it's about that size.
dogs.
Bigger than rodent size, but smaller than a big dog.
Yeah. I mean, there's enough space there that you think, I mean, not like a Great Dane sized dog, but like a, medium,
Yeah.
normal medium sized dog, not like a medium D&D sized dog. That's a huge dog.
That's one huge dog, for real, for real. Now that's been pointed out to us,
Mm-hmm.
can I look around other houses in the area to see if they have a similar thing?
Yeah, I mean, looking around, you see that the other houses seem to have that same, like, they're built up, but you don't see any others where there seems to be, like, a hole dug under.
Right.
And any of the areas that you might see that there has been some damage or some sort of animal that may have burrowed in, you also don't seem to see, like, a bush that's been pulled over the opening of it.
Right. Okay. So someone's taken the time. Yeah, because you're right. An animal may well make a hole, but it takes someone sentient to want to hide that afterwards. At this point, looking around houses, have we seen people?
Not yet. You have not seen anything. In fact, like, as Daisy is sitting there munching on this garden, you see that the garden seems to be fairly unattended. Like, there are weeds that are growing now in certain places.
Am I suddenly aware of the fact how loud his chewing sounds?
Yeah, I'm sure now that you're focusing on it, it definitely seems like that, from the ox is louder than you would like it to be in this sort of a situation.
Because it's silent. There's no sound of a town.
You don't
There's
hear
no
any activity.
anything.
If you'd like to give him a further perception check, you can.
No, I've already got the willies, my guy. I'm
Yeah.
good. All right.
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe we should knock on the house and see if there's somebody inside, and I don't know if this burrow lead, they know about it, or... but we haven't seen anybody. And as I say that, I use Mage Hand and just knock on the door of the cabin that we're like standing next to.
Okay. Yeah, so you, your hand appears and knocks on the door, and with your previous high perception check, I think you would hear nothing from the house itself, but you hear something that sounds like it's rustling underneath the house, like moving about.
I take 2 steps back and I turn my head to look under the house.
With the plant, I'm assuming you have your hand or something pull that away to get a better look inside.
Mage Hand, yeah, 2 steps back, Mage Hand, like...
peering inside with the dancing lights kind of shifting a little bit to... Oh, can you have both? Is Mage Hand concentration? Okay, so that's gone. But now that you're kind of looking in there, focusing on this sound you hear, you see 2 eyes kind of looking back at you. Slightly yellowish in tone. However, as you kind of look closer, you see a human face. A young child, what it looks like. Probably like 9-10 years old. Dirty. Kind of hair all like messed up. A young male. Dark hair. Kind of like...
I quietly, I calmly say, hello? Hey?
Hello?
Can you see us?
Yeah. What? Who are you? He's got like a little spear that he's holding on to with one hand. He kind of like looks very wary.
We've been charged by the Council of the Wild. Your clan has gone quiet and they were worried. What's happened here? Come. I try and coast this this child out so we can get a better look. Or I even say, Chance, there looks like a kid under there.
Oh no, a child. We must protect them. I bend down, my huge blue face obscuring the thing, terrifying anything. Hey, hi. My name's Jazz. You're gonna be safe. Come out.
I don't know. I don't know if I should. They're probably looking for. They're probably looking for me.
Who's looking for you?
The creatures, the tribe, And as you kind of hear him stammering, obviously scared, and I think as Sunny and Jazz are definitely looking at this guy underneath the house. Devakir, you're probably more aware of your surroundings. You're looking around, worried about what could be. You see a clawed hand on the edge of the cabin up and to your right, and as it kind of looks around the corner, you see a wolf-like maw on a humanoid creature as this like human wolf kind of like looks over at you and snarls a little bit, like drool coming off the maw of it, and it looks at you with like this hatred and contempt. And at that point, we're gonna go ahead and roll some initiative.
Devakir frozen silent.
Not bad, not bad. 18 on the initiative.
There you go. There you go.
Here we go, boys. You ready? 19 on the die.
Holy hell. That's not
See,
bad.
with,
Total. That's pretty much as good as it's ever
Yeah.
going to be.
Yeah, I can only get one better. Only get one better.
Wow, amazing. Let's go home, boys. Let's pack it up. We've won D&D.
Sonny, you hear the snarl from this creature, and your attention is shifted immediately. You are aware now of the creature at the edge, which is just barely in your vision, but pinged there. Sorry, chat. Let me put you on the map.
It is a map. I wasn't even looking.
Is the
Put
map?
him on the map. Oh no, this map.
So, because I wasn't looking at the map, what house are we looking under? Is it the one on the
We're the
left? or
ones on the
right?
left. We're looking at the ones on the left.
Yeah, so this house over here on the
We're
left
about
is
here.
where
Yeah.
the creature, the human child, is underneath. Devakir noticed, and as you kind of hear the snarl, you notice a creature up at the right hand corner of the building to the right.
I see this, and I self-preservation. We're not alone, guys. They don't look nice, and I will cast. What's that other spell I have? Major
Turn to
image.
stone.
Mirror image. I will cast mirror image on
Okay,
myself.
mirror image, nice.
I will hide
I've-
against
it's-
this. There's no rocks. There's no cavern. Where do I hide? Oh no!
I'm out in the middle of nowhere. What am I gonna do? I will hide amongst myself. That's not what I want. Alright. Oh. Well, this says bleeding, but there's 3 little things, so that's going to be my mirror image symbol for you. You're not actually bleeding.
Okay.
That way I remember.
Shout.
Okay, cool. That is cast upon yourself. Any maneuvering that you'd like to do?
Yeah, and then bonus action, I will make an illusion of a hooded figure. Think about my height, but
Yeah.
it just looks like a hooded figure, nothing crazy. And if anything, a cloak, if anything. Walk out of the garden area and in front of us, just
Okay.
so it looks like there's somebody in between us.
Okay. Sounds good. With that... Okay. What's this one? With that... What's their movement? Just 30 feet.
1,000.
Centimeters.
Aha! Got you with metric. Welcome to Europe.
So in,
With that, this another creature comes running around the corner, kind of running with like feet and claws, hands, like digging into the ground, kind of like doing that kind of like lumbering lope as he runs forward and goes for your illusory creature, and kind of like goes to like slam into it, but finds nothing as it kind of hits that space. And looks around a little confused.
seeing that, I will quickly say, not friendly.
There are clues.
There were
Yeah.
clues.
I concur. These guys do not want to talk.
All right. With that, coming up and over the roof of that building, one of these creatures running along the roof comes leaping down, and it's going to make an attack on Daisy. It looks like a yummy morsel.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, well, get past my AC of 11. Huh? Huh? What you gonna do now? That's right. Slightly less than 50% chance of hitting.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. All right.
Doing 11 points of slashing damage.
Good God.
Doesn't want to do that. Alright, yeah. It's going to then attempt to bite Daisy. It's a 13 to hit.
Yeah.
8 points of damage.
God. Well, they had a good run. And by a good run, I mean no.
That is its turn. And Jazz, you are up next, followed by Devakir.
How does Duke die? Does he like evaporate like my illusion would, or does he actually fall down with a body?
We're about to find out. I mean, facts, my guy. We are fully about to find out. Okay, I'll be like, Duke, run away! And Duke is going to set off. Is that 20 feet to that guy? Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably going to take an opportunity attack as he goes and charges into this guy.
All right. Yeah, we'll do. Claw will reach out for him.
Yeah.
22 to hit.
I mean, sure.
10 points of damage.
Out the way, I guess. 10 points of damage. He's still standing.
Hell yeah.
Not for very much longer.
Meaty cow.
Duke goes. I mentally goes fuck, and he goes on. He's gonna attack this guy with a charge, a gore attack. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god, he hit. Can you imagine that after all that? 24 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
That's very important that you say that hits. Okay,
Yeah.
so first of all, he's gonna take this kind of damage, which is 13 points of gore damage.
It's a gore damage.
13 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
And it also takes an additional 13 points of piercing damage as well. And I need a strength saving throw, DC 15, or it is knocked prone.
Okay. A 5 does not do it, so it will be knocked prone.
Nice. And as he goes down, he looks over at Jazz and says, I have to tell you, I was just messing about with gender. I'm just a spirit form. I don't actually have one. And like, there's a moment where like Jazz is like, what? So that's his turn, and then Jazz himself is going to fully channel divinity for a sacred weapon, making it shine a bright light in a 20-foot radius. As I will go charging forward to this guy as well, and I will attack him. Jazz will attack him with advantage, no less.
Ha!
On the ground.
Yes.
Don't suck. I specifically said don't suck. 15. Oh, but I get a +5 on there as well. Let me check that. Yeah, I add a +5 to my attack rolls with that weapon. So, yeah, +5.
Yep.
So that's 20. Go 20.
You'll hit?
That hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just checking. Oh, you're kidding me. It does 4 points of slashing damage. Do I get a second attack? It's been a while since I've...
You should.
Yeah,
Level
second
6.
Level, yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to roll again with advantage. And that's a 21 to hit. And I'm going to put a first level smite into this bad boy. So that's going to be 3d8 plus 3.
Okay.
And it's going to all be radiant damage. 18 plus 3, 21 points of radiant damage.
21 points of radiant damage. Nice. He is looking pretty beat up.
Good.
Anything else?
He does not lay healing hands onto his steed. He takes a moment and he says, "You were brave and you were noble, and thank you for letting me ride you for so long." And I think Duke's gonna take a moment and say,
Phrasing.
"So you're not gonna heal me? That's cool." That'll be the end of his turn.
Devokir, you are up.
I think I would focus on the enemy near me. Just to... Is this like a gate? Just this,
It's like a low, maybe like a 2 foot high kind of wall, just to kind of keep, the smallest of critters out of the garden and keep like normal livestock from trampling it if they're wandering the area. So it's easy enough. It doesn't take any extra movement or anything to clear it if that's your desire.
Okay. I will move over to my nearest.
I think you might have a measurement tool or something going on. That
it says the attempted token collides with at least one wall.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me. Oh, they did put a wall. Okay, let me remove it. There you go.
It's just in a box.
Thank you.
They is in the program that I used to make it apparently generate auto walls for that.
Right, let me...
Which I forgot to check. Wow. Something's dropping something.
No, ignore that. That was... I'm just... Good. Stop it. Oh no. How do I get rid of it? Okay.
There you go.
Tap it and press delete key.
Pick it up.
Alright. Anyways, continue on, Tokyo.
I will do my first attack with my longsword. Does 10 hit?
10 does not hit, no.
I will use my extra attack. Does a 14 hit?
It just misses. Anything else on your turn, or?
Anything else I can use? I'll do my turn for now, yeah.
Alright. With that, this one's going to come around the corner. And is going to attack Jazz. 11 will miss.
It will. Clang.
Dirty 20.
Clang.
It attempts to
It's my trench shield.
attack you, raking at your heavy armored figure. Kind of snarls in anger. Sonny, you will be up next. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I was being Jazz surrounded, but sort of deflected that quite easily. I will turn to this one that dodged both of Davakir's attacks, and I'll look at it and go, "You shouldn't be standing right now." and I'll cast command on it and use the word grovel.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw 15.
Wisdom saving throw 15. You would think wisdom would be better, but a 7 means that it will go prone.
Yeah.
Well, I guess on its turn it'll go prone, right?
You speak one command word, a creature in raid, that target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw of the command mode. It doesn't say when, but I'm assuming it happens on their turn, and that's what they use their turn to do.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. Perfect. And any movement, anything you want to do?
I'll cast command on him, and then I will take a step back and just do that, like, look down both sides of the houses quickly to see if there's nobody else coming behind us. And then I will take a step to the right and put myself in a barrel.
All right. This werewolf will pick himself up off of the ground. Is going to make a slash attack at Daisy with his claws.
Disadvantage.
Well, it stood up, so does it still have disadvantage?
It does, for
Okay.
I used my longsword, for which I have mastery, and therefore I had sap.
Okay, 17 will still hit Daisy
God dang it.
for 10 points of damage.
Daisy will disappear into a fizzle of smoke, which looks similar to a genie going back into its bottle, which isn't actually his bottle, it's just a little cowbell which is there, and then the cowbell turns to dust and just fizzles away, which gives Daisy more than enough time to have an epic Pee Wee Herman-esque Buffy the Vampire Slayer level death scene. Ah! Oh! Ah! Ee! Ah! Oh! Ah!
He will then try to turn his attack on you, trying to bite at you, but again, you're able to, like, put your large shield in the way and avoid its teeth from finding any openings in your heavily armored body.
Get off me, dog boy.
The one on Davokir now will take his turn to grovel, and so he will go prone.
Polon lowers its head like an omega in a pack of wolves.
Yeah.
Not a thing. Guys, alphas and omegas and wolf packs is not a natural thing. Just saying it right now.
No.
Today, if you did not know that, please know that, okay? Carry on. Just saying.
Jazz, your turn, followed by Davokir.
I think he's actually saying that to these wolves right now. He goes, I've heard that there's such a thing as an alpha and an omega wolf, but I think we all know that you're just all misguided people about to die. So he's gonna swing at the guy that killed Duke, because how very dare you, quite frankly. He's gonna attack one time, and that is 21.
Yeah.
He's gonna put another smite into this bad boy right now.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 3d8 plus 3 radiant damage. That's 16 points of radiant damage. Oof, that is actually really embarrassing for 3d8, quite frankly.
You said 16?
Yeah, 16.
Okay. And it's looking rough.
Good. In that case, I'm gonna just try to. I was gonna say spit roast it, but that's not appropriate. I'm going to shish kebab it with my sword, going from the nethers up to the head with the one shot. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You got this.
No. That's a 15. Yay, plus 5,
Yeah.
which does
15
hit.
will hit.
And I'll put another smite into this bad boy. So that's another 3d8 that's going into this guy right now. Plus 3. That's much better. That's 19 points of radiant damage.
All right. As your blade flashes with a radiant energy, you slay this creature who is gnarled in this wolf-like physique, and as the radiant damage strikes it down, and this like searing light washes over its body, you see the corpse itself is that of a human female dressed in like furs, and just kind of like laying there mangled and lifeless on the ground in front of you.
He's very shocked. He's very upset that this has happened. Despite the fact that he was told that they are shifters and that they have been changed and corrupted, for him, the fact that he's killed an unarmed, innocent woman is going to upset him. So he will fall to his knees at this point, holding her body, and will take a moment.
Okay.
And then he'll take the body and swing it. No.
Damn curious. Your turn.
I thought we were having a real moment.
the disconnect between my character, who's a caring paladin, and me,
Yeah.
an actual sociopath, is quite funny sometimes.
That's why we play characters that are so different from ourselves.
I'm playing an honest to goodness, honest to good guy. And it's like, oh no. Yeah. That's my turn.
Devakir, you're up.
Seeing the corpse turn back into its human form, Dalakir then remembers what the clan leader was saying about not wanting to harm his people. And sorry. And then I would roll my longsword to hit. Let me. Does 9
You
hit?
blacked.
No.
Are you sorry?
It would be
Are
advantage,
you
though.
attacking to kill. Like no, because
No.
your mic blacked out, so I didn't hear what you were saying. I didn't
Oh.
know if you were killing or doing something else.
We're gonna. So 9 doesn't hit. And then
No, but you would have advantage because he is groveling, as per the command by Sunny, which would give you. So you can roll again. That will hit.
24.
So yeah, I didn't hear either because something happened with your mic there for half a second. Are you
Okay, you're gonna hit. Okay.
aiming to kill, or were you pulling your punch to just deal non-lethal
Non-lethal.
damage?
Non-lethal damage, yeah. More than 4 punches, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Any I think any normal like weapon attack can be shifted to be non-lethal. I think it's pretty tough to make the argument with like a fireball or something like that. But like you're hitting him with a sword, you can kind of try to not cut deep. You can try to just damage the creature.
Resistant to fire. Stop bringing it up, guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. That was one attack, right? So you still have
that
another
was-
one?
And then another non-lethal attack. Does 15 hit?
That will hit. Now remember, you still have advantage, so double check just to see if you crit. Okay,
15?
so just the 15 will hit, so roll your damage for that.
That is 13.
Okay. You bring your longsword down, slashing at it, kind of trying to like hit it with the flat of the blade more than the actual like sharp edge of it, and it kind of whines out in pain as you strike 2 decent hits on it. However, it's done groveling at this point. That's this one. No, this is the other one is up here on him. So this one next to Jazz, who is now kind of like knelt down to cradle the body of this woman that he has killed. This creature will attempt to attack Jazz. Dirty 20 will miss. And natural 20 will hit.
Okay.
The silvery barbs, do I have to see the attacker or the victim?
I think you'd have to see the attacker. Oh shit, you can't see.
You distract the creature, yeah. I just can't see him around the corner, so that's all I.
Oh man, yeah, that's crazy.
Let's take a moment here and appreciate the fact that good old Bill, for maybe the first time in over 3 years, is being allowed to do a natural 20 hit on somebody.
I know.
Without frickin' silvery barbs getting in the way.
I
Enjoy
moved
this moment, man.
for the viewers the camera just right over Sunny, and it's like the one spot where he could be, that he could see everything but this one creature. So crazy. If he was one step down, he would have been able to see.
It's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Luckily, it was not the bite. This was the claw.
Right. Okay.
So it's less damage. Let's see. So that is 17 points of damage. It's really a horrible rolls.
17?
17 points of damage.
Alright, this is what you get for being thematically correct, god damn it. Alright, it's fine.
I mean, they've been rolling with advantage the whole time, and that was the first time they hit you, so.
Well then, okay.
It was a natural 20.
I was like, oh no, you know what? Well, fine. Alright, if that's how it's gonna be, I guess I'm gonna go, here I go killing again.
Here we are, back where we started.
Made a choice.
This guy should be, I put the damage on the wrong ones. I'll fix that. Sunny, you are up.
Okay. Just gonna attack to kill. That's normal. But I don't want to do anything crazy. Not with them. I'll just firebolt the one. I'll step out 5 and get to the right screen. I'll step out, and the barrel sort of completely disappears in smoke behind me as I leave it. Sort of mimic Cyril and pretend to shoot as a firebolt comes out of the end of my hand.
Alright.
For 15 to hit.
That will hit. You're aiming at the one next to Jazz, right?
Correct. 17 fire damage.
17 fire damage. Nice.
A 10 and a 7 on the rolls. That's nice.
Howls out in pain as you strike it with this small bolt of fire, searing into its flesh and burning away fur.
As it takes notice to me, I go, ah! And then I raise my hand as an illusion of a mud hill appears just in front of me, obscuring its vision.
Oh, weird, you guys. This hill has always been there. Do you remember this mud hill? It's crazy. Some architect designed this for a blind spot.
All right.
I don't know why you're sounding like a 1930s newsie in this moment.
Read all about it. Anthill appeared out of nowhere.
Totally legitimate experience. Nothing to see here. Not news.
Creature stands up after groveling in front of Davokir and snarls at him and is going to attempt to attack. 11 will miss with his bite. That's a natural 20. 25.
I'm gonna silver box that one.
Go figure.
I like Davokir.
I'm sorry, I can't see on the other side of the hill.
Dirty 20.
Or that miss, or does
yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
The first miss, yeah.
And those who die. 1d8. $19 hit.
Yep. That'll hit.
Let me just roll my attack roll first.
12 points of damage. Yeah, as you kind of smack it, hoping to deter it, it slashes out with its claws, raking across you, dealing 13 points of damage. But then that is its turn. So we're looking
Was
at...
it silvery barbs? Was that the crit?
Yeah, dirty 20 was the follow-up roll.
Oh, I didn't hit clock. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said it was like I'm going sharp.
I mean, it wasn't the natural 20, so at least you saved him that. But yeah, 13 was actually a decent roll on that attack versus the ones I got on Jazz. Speaking of Jazz,
The advantage can go to Davik here as well.
okay, you're up, Jazz.
Yeah. Okay, I will attack this guy as hard as I can.
He's standing up, I'm assuming.
Is he? Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. Is he looking bloodied?
The one on you
Yeah.
is
Untouched.
not bloodied. No, he took a firebolt, but that's the only hit that came in.
It's about to be different. That's a nat 20. Gonna put a smite into this bad boy.
Silvery barbs. I'm just joking.
I was literally
I don't have it. The wizard you didn't notice is sitting in the window.
Son of a bitch. Okay, so that's gonna be that. That's disappointing that's happened, but it is what it is. So that's gonna be 68 plus 3.
Okay.
I think that he woke up and he was like, in this moment, I'm gonna hit him as hard as possible. And I think that at the last moment, he feels that perfect hit, and he decides to bend the blade so it goes from a point to a flat, reveling in the fact that in this tiny micron of a second, that it resembles that of a shield, and it reflects back at him, so he sees his face, and he's like, I understand. And so he's going to switch it up there
Okay.
to do 29 points, 32 points of radiant damage.
32 points of radiant damage. Nice. Definitely looking bloodied now, and then some.
Okay, I will follow up and do a second attack.
Okay.
That is 9 plus 5 is not enough. That's a 14.
That is not enough, no.
Yeah. Okay, and I think as a bonus action... No, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stay around.
Okay. Davokir,
Can I-
you are up. Oh,
Can
yeah.
I, as a bonus action, say entreatingly to this creature, I know you're in there. Fight it. Talk to us as people. No one needs to die on this day anymore.
Yeah. Go ahead and give a roll.
Do you want animal handling or do you want persuasion?
Whatever you think Jazz would attempt to use to...
I think he's just done a natural 20. Anything less than intimidation in this moment is going to be fake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go with intimidation. That's a 26.
All right. With this entreatment, you almost see like a haze come off their eyes, like a clarity come to their eyes, and they look a little less wolf-like and a little bit more human-like as they kind of like rear back a little bit, like what's going on here. Sort of this look of shock and disconnect as they almost wake up from some sort of stupor or haze and kind of see this more recognition as it's looking around. It seems to have taken note of your entreatment.
Okay.
Davokir, you were up.
All right. Is the wolf on me? Is it bloodied?
No. It's very close to being bloodied, but it's not bloodied. It is, it's got some cuts and bruises from your attacks, but it's still okay.
All right. I would look to do another non-lethal attack.
All right.
25.
That will hit.
Six. And then extra attack. 15.
That will hit as well.
And 9.
Okay. So, it definitely looks bloodied now. Kind of squeals in pain as you attack it.
Don't worry, guys. I'll finish them off.
No! Whoa.
As I upcast the fourth level magic missile.
This is definitely going to be fine.
Yeah. Jazz, you see the one that you had kind of entreated to stop. Look at you, kind of glance around its surrounding, and it's going to disengage and start running away.
Wait, I can help. Damn it. Fine. Oh well, I pull out my longbow.
Sonny, you are up next. You see this wolf, this werewolf, take off, running away from Jazz, seeming to have a little bit more awareness of its surroundings, as Davokir is still facing off against one.
I'll take a couple steps. I'll look. I can see this one running. And do you want to go after it?
No, I mean, yes, but to talk, not to kill. Look, and I point to the body, the humanoid body on the floor.
Where did that one go? No time to talk. I'll cast Vortex Warp on Jazz and move him right in front of the running away wolf.
Okay. I'll throw up immediately.
Just on the wolf.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
It's too small space. All right. So as you vortex warp him to that guy,
Okay.
we are
Turn
at
back, you just see me with a thumbs up.
this other wolf. Oh, anything else? Sorry, on your turn, Sonny.
No, I will take a step back and look under to see if the child is still there. But other than that, that's the end of my turn.
Oh, that's a good shout. Is the kid still there?
Yeah, it looks like the kid is still there, like cowering underneath. Yeah, this one is gonna go after the wizard. Davokir, you can make a attack of opportunity if you like.
Yes, please. 16.
I will hit. Yeah.
Non-lethal.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, you hit it as it runs after, just kind of like tearing after this wizard, and is going to attempt to attack.
Okay.
21 to hit. And then you get to
that
roll
would-
to see
that would hit.
what it hits.
Yeah,
Right.
Was it 3 or more? It's the one of the illusions. 3. So one of the illusions gets hit. Was
Okay.
it 3 or more? 4 or more? Let me
I don't
double check. So it's one of the first times I'm using this one.
Yeah.
Mirror image. 3 or more. 3 or higher.
Okay.
One of the
One of the
the
illusions.
3 illusions smashes
Um,
into smoke, I guess.
and then it's gonna scratch out at you in anger that it missed its bite, and that will be a 24 to hit. So if you want to see,
Roll again. Or a 5. So the second one goes up on smoke.
okay, yeah, it growls angrily as it's unable to find purchase. Jazz, you are teleported in front of this creature. It looks scared and frightened as you appear out of nowhere, essentially. This puff of probably like purplish smoke making it appear. What would you like to do?
I'd like to hug this creature, going in for a grapple, but hug them very tightly and say, I need you to trust me. We're here to help. Something has happened to your people, and we're here to stop that. Let us help. So I'd like to grapple,
Okay.
and if I'm successful with that, I'd like to use as a utilize action to bind the creature with my manacles.
Okay. Yep. First, I think you make an attack roll against the armor, and then I think it's a like athletics contesting.
It's a surprise attack, technically. Would I get advantage on this?
Sadly, no.
Alright, 14.
14 will miss.
Okay. Well, then I'd still like to try and put the manacles on the creature.
Okay.
You're gonna give me a dex space check, aren't you? It's gonna be fucking hilarious.
I'm trying to think of, like, I would think that you'd have to grapple. So it's
Yeah,
either
no.
another grapple attempt.
Yeah.
This time,
Okay.
like, with the manacles. So I'd say maybe a disadvantage
Okay,
to try to get this avoiding
Okay.
creature.
that's fair. That's 17. At disadvantage, that is a 17 plus 5. Oh no, I'm not using the holy weapon though,
No.
so it's just 17.
But a 17 will hit.
Okay.
Okay, now I think if I remember grapple right, so it's you have to hit, and then it's a DC for it to avoid.
It
Right.
needs to make a strength or dexterity saving throw. It chooses which.
Okay.
DC is 8 plus my strength modifier, which is 3, plus my proficiency bonus, which is 3. So it's 14.
And it rolled a 15.
So it can get out.
Yeah. So it.
But my question here is, does it try to get out?
I think it does, just out of sheer fear. Like, it doesn't look like it's
Okay.
trying to hurt you at all. It's just
Right.
it's afraid of everything in the moment.
Okay. All right. That, I mean, 100% makes sense. Okay. Is can I ask a question above
Yeah.
the table? Is lycanthropy considered a condition?
Not in the term of like something that can be removed as just like a condition. It's considered a curse. So
Right. Okay. So I would need to have a remove curse available to me.
Yeah, mechanically it would be, yes.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And I
Cool.
can't land a damn bite on any of you.
No. of course.
Uh,
So, no.
Davakir, you'd be up next.
I would move towards the wolf that was in pursuit of Sunray.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would prioritize Sunray's safety and look to shove this wolf away.
Okay. I think the shove work different. It works like grapple, right? No? Push or shove attack. So you'd have to
Shove.
try to hit it, and then it's a saving throw for the creature.
Yeah,
that's
it's just,
moved.
strength and dexterity saving throw, yeah. 8 plus strength modifier and proficiency bonus.
So roll to hit, and then I'll roll his pass on his strength check thing anyways. So yeah, you slam into him, but it kind of like grips down and pushes back against you. I rolled a 22 on the strength saving throw to avoid being shoved away.
With this, I would do after that I'll do a non-lethal longsword attack. Would that hit? 17?
Yeah. All right.
15?
15 damage. This one will crumple to the ground. Still staying in like wolf form, but it is now unconscious at the moment. I'm thinking so, yeah. And that is... So the next wolf will... snarl at you and continue to try to run. It's just going to run away, though. So you can take an attack of opportunity if you like.
Can that attack of opportunity be one to grapple it?
Sure.
Okay. It's a dangerous precedent. I don't know if I like that.
I know.
We need to run out of food.
But I mean, the way that they work it now, grappling is an attack action. You got to hit first, then a saving throw. Like, to start with, it seems pretty...
Yeah, no, I missed.
Alright, so it's going to run off
That 20.
60 feet. In that, as far away as it can go. In one turn.
Off the board.
Yeah.
Is it away? And I can no longer see it.
I mean, it's going to try to move through the houses and such that to try to obscure your vision as best as possible. It's up to you on whether you're going to attempt to pursue at that point or not. But
I'll probably look down and see that they've captured one, and I'll be like, alright, fine. That's what it is.
unless anyone wants to do anything else, we can call this a combat finished and a time for a break, if that works. Having defeated these werewolves, keeping themselves and this child that seems to be cowering in fright safe, we're going to go ahead and take our break. Same for about 10 minutes or so, so that we can get back in and move on to the next area. So yeah, well done everybody. They did manage to avoid being bitten by the lycanthropes, and thus none of them being infected themselves for the moment.
I was clawed, that's right.
Yeah, there was only claws. I never landed a bite attack on anybody. The one I think I was going... think one of them was going to, and it got silvery barbed away or something like that. But it's okay. It's all right. There's more to come. We'll be right back, guys. Thank you, everyone, joining us here in chat. We do appreciate it. If you're enjoying this, tell someone else. Check it out on YouTube. We've got the past 32 episodes there. See how this went from Sunru and 3 other buddies to Sunru and these 2 buddies. All in those very weird and chaotic episodes. But we'll be right back, guys. Thank you. stand in this village, having knocked out this sole remaining threat here. What are you guys up to?
I come over and I put my manacles around this creature and go, this is a lot easier.
All right. Shackled up now.
Lie across the floor.
Shackled up.
Should we maybe commandeer one of the houses and assess what? Oh, and then I'm like, oh, the boy. And then I turn to him like, you can come out now. We've subdued they're gone.
He slowly creeps forward and peeks out, looks around, kind of climbs out a little bit, and kind of stares at the unconscious form of this creature lying on the ground.
Do you know
What's
them?
your name, boy?
I'm Valinus. Him. That was kind of looks at the body and notices a couple of charms that are still attached, like a bracelet around the wrist and a couple of teeth hanging from a necklace on him. That was one of our spirit binders. Mara, she was one of the leader, kind of one of the leaders, one of our spiritual leaders.
What happened to him?
Kind of looks around, very skittish. Not sure. One of the spirit binders said they saw the great spirit, the wolf spirit, come. Led him to one of the old temples. Then the spirit binder led a group to go investigate, and when they came back, they seemed a little off, a little different. They said the spirit granted them blessings, boons, and led more in. And eventually people stopped coming back. And when the people refused to go, then a large group would come back, and then they started coming back as these creatures, kind of gesturing towards the werewolf, and would take people, bring them to the temple, and then they wouldn't come back, and then it's just eventually none of us were left. I hid and I ran, and I've been scrounging and trying to stay away from them, but I think they knew that I was here. Someone was free at least, and they kept coming to look for me, but they weren't able to catch me or find me. Who are you guys?
We are the Chosen. We're here to fix the problem.
The Chosen. Okay. Chosen by. You're not with them, are you? And he looks at the werewolf, and definitely eyeing you guys very suspiciously.
Of course not. Do you know Baranus Strongclaw?
The Warden of the Hunt?
Can I get an insight check real quick, Ken?
Yeah.
What I'm looking for here is Should this kid know who Baranus Shanclaw is?
Okay.
It's 16.
I mean, he seems to. He seems to be telling you the truth. And you kind of get the sense of you mentioning Garanis as you see his eyes kind of light up, and it's like a child someone telling a child that like Spider-Man's coming to save him, sort of thing, like his hero, or like this hero of the people sent these people to come and save him. So he definitely seems to like ease a little bit at the mention of Granis, and relaxes a little bit as he looks at you guys.
Okay.
We shouldn't stay here, or at least not long.
Where is a safe place for us to stay?
I don't know. They took people to the temple, a little bit into the
temple. Sorry.
It's just a little into the forest that way, and he kind of points off to the west a little bit. There's an old game trail that kind of leads by there, and we saw the ruins before. We never really bothered with it, but every now and then we'd hold some old ceremonies there, but it's mainly in ruins, and I don't know. I haven't been there since this all started. I keep away. I either stay here under the house, or sometimes I go into the forest in the other direction. I have a little spot in a tree I sleep in. But there's more of these things now that are roaming around, and there's they have these wolves that aren't right out searching and hunting at night.
Okay. You're going to come with us. We're going to go to the temple. You're going to guide us there.
Kind of looks around. Give me a persuasion check. He's gonna go wisdom roll. Okay. If Grana sent you, it must mean that you're meant to do this. I'll help you as best I can.
I hope so.
I'll lead you. I'll help.
Do you have anything here which can help us just now? I'm pretty badly injured.
Let me see. There's one of our shamans, and he kind of scurries off. Go over here, let's check this one. And he goes to one of the houses and kind of like opens up the door and starts rummaging around inside. And he pulls out a couple of like bandages, essentially, that have like a bit of ointment rubbed on them. And it'll come and find like one of your slash marks and kind of start applying it to there. It's not like the most effective thing, but roll a D12 and heal that many hit points.
Big numbers, no whammies. 2. Ah!
There, that should set you right.
I drink it and I think, shamanistic gods are truly weaker than Kalthar. I deserve that for trying to game the system. That's fine. Great, grand, fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, if we're gonna go to the temple, maybe we should explore this area a little bit more, see if we can find any more clues. Perhaps make a little fort for the night, and then we head off in the morning.
That sounds fine to me. Jack, well, I pan around and just look at the houses. Which one looks like the most sturdiest? Like these log cabins, like the one next to us is turned up at the bottom. Like, is there any that are in a better condition than the rest?
I mean, sure. You guys look around. You probably find one that looks a little bit sturdier, a little bit larger. You're able to, find your way in, whichever one you guys desire. Kind of like the kid will tentatively come in. I don't know about staying here, but if we're going to, we got to be careful.
Well, I don't think we'd all fit in your tree.
Yeah.
Unless there was a small cave or something nearby that we'd all fit in.
I mean, not that the wolves wouldn't get to, so it's probably the safest we have.
Could potentially stop the wolves from getting in. I can.
Yeah.
I'll gesture to the other two. I can cast the dome again, but I think this time I need to stay in the dome after I cast it.
Yeah, you stay in the dome, and we'll be able to move in and out of it.
I mean,
Maybe.
if that's the case, I'd say we can. There's a cave. Yeah, I can lead you there. I'd rather that. I don't want to be. I don't like staying in the village if I don't have to.
Makes
Understood.
sense.
Fair enough.
Shall we do a lap of investigation and head towards this cave then?
Yep. Do a quick investigation around the area, see if we can find anything useful in this area.
Walk over to one of the houses and look around it, and if the door is open, I will go inside.
I will do the same. And
Okay.
I imagine Davik would do the same as well.
Is there anything in particular we're looking for, or just kind of?
I am going to pull out my wand of detect magic and ping anything in a 30-foot around me. See if there's anything of interest. See if there's anything in the village that's causing any clue to what's causing
Okay.
the taint, the curse.
I will be looking for anything that I feel that Kalthar wants me to find. Some kind of something that he has decided I should have.
I will also take one of the pillows off the bed and put it in my pouch.
I will also take a pillow, completely unknown that he's doing the same thing.
All right. Sunru, when you ping your detect magic, not much comes up. However, you do see on the body of the bound werewolf the bracelet, the charm that's on their wrist, will ping, and always forget that stupid spell gives you information beyond that. So let me look up a
School of the Magic.
Magic. Yeah, I gotta
The flavor of it.
spells. Let's see. Let's do this. I would share this one. You'd see a transmutation school of magic, and it would seem that it offers some boost to the creature's abilities. Gives them. You would think normally would just give it more of a. In this case, more of a stealthy swiftness to its movements.
Well, we don't want to keep that on the werewolf person, our captive. I will point that out when we're all back together. I'm like, the bracelet on the captive seems to be giving off some sort of magical energy. It looks like it's in some sort of stat booster or enhancer. It's probably not best to keep it on them. And then we'll use Mage Hand from a distance to take it off of the person if it is as simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think being bound, it doesn't have a lot of options to retain it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're able to pull it off.
I will keep it for now, and then once we're more situated, I will cast Identify on it and get a full description.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing with our captive? Are we bringing him? As I say that, I kind of do that awkward look to see if it's a guy or a girl.
A hand comes down with your eyes like blocking your view.
Yeah.
No.
And then I look at you and I'm like, are they coming with us then?
I look back here and I say, "They's a perfectly valid pronoun, my guy."
Yeah.
Jazz, as you're looking through the houses, give me a religion roll.
Sure. Can I do this with advantage because of any reason you feel like? No. It's a 12.
Okay.
Ooh, a magical 12? That's one of the best numbers.
You've
12's like a natural 20's younger brother, really. The scamp.
So the hard part is like when I'm gonna give someone it anyways, and then they're like arguing more for it. I almost want to be like, nah.
I think at this stage in our relationship, you know I'm an ass.
I know.
Just let it be.
I know. It's all good. You feel that connection to Kael'thar pulling you to a chest sitting at the end of the bed in the room that the boy had gone to grab the poultices out of.
Okay.
Digging in there, you find a book.
Yes.
And kind of scrounging through it, you seem to notice there are some notes about what's happening. Like it's kind of frantic notes of someone who is trying to figure out what is causing this damage to their village. And there's a few kind of scribbled musings more than anything of like, okay, they're being turned. Corruption. What's causing the corruption? Question mark. Temple. Source? Question mark. Cleansing. Possible. Question mark. And then there's like a list of like things below it, and one of them's like blood from a tainted, flower of the divine lily, and like a couple other like pretty common ingredients or such. It seemed like they're trying to figure out, and it may not even be 100% that they know it yet, but they were trying to figure out like if we could clear the danger that's causing this, how would we then cleanse those that are about?
Right. Does it mention the name of the Signbringer?
This particular,
Yeah.
the
The first person that came to the temple, came back from the temple.
oh yeah, the first one was, I had it here.
Don't say Felonious.
His name is Keth, Keth.
Yeah. All right. That's all I need to know. This dude's a bad dude. Name's Kath. Have you ever met in your whole life a good Kath? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
All right.
Keith.
Heather.
I know one good Keith. To be fair, nice guy.
When he's not acting like a calf.
But when he acts like a cat, oh my god. What a complete cat. Okay. I take the book and I offer up thanks to Kelvar. I am taking a look around in here to see if I can see this lily and other ingredients inside this chest.
You would find some jars of various like herbs and such, and a like a mortal and pestle that's been used to like grind up various ingredients. Some of them are on there. The lily itself does not seem to be there. Like they don't have that particular ingredient in their
Okay.
supply.
The
Damn it.
lily. I have not got a lily. Why did I think I did have some that passed?
I don't know. Because I just came up with that off the top of my head.
That was super weird.
So I did not think ahead to give it to you before.
Okay, that's fine. Something I can actually look for. I think I'll go back out. I'll say to this boy, if I'm looking for a special lily, would you have any idea where that might be found?
Yeah, there's a river. Well, not a river. It's a stream, but flows nearby. I can show you. It's actually kind of somewhere near there. There tends to be lilies that grow along the water edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you show it to me? Is it far?
Yeah. When we go, I'll take you. Yeah. It's not far.
Well, please.
Not far at all.
It's on the way to the temple, yeah.
On the way, well, where we were gonna go in a
Okay.
cave.
Yeah,
Where
on the
I
way
was-
to the cave.
It's near
Even better.
the cave area.
Okay.
Devakir, was there anything you were looking for?
Well, particularly,
Okay.
I think as I'd wander through the houses, I know I'm not gonna find big groundbreaking discovery, so I've just walked down here, walking back to the unconscious werewolf, looking mainly to see if there's anything you can observe from its body, gain an understanding of this kind of being, any particular combat prowesses, just because he'd very much like to ensure that this expedition ends with as little bloodshed as possible.
Okay.
And also go back to the corpse and there'll be the moment, there'll be this real moment of kind of sadness, almost like a feeling of guilt in regards to this person still being a person despite this poor soul. And then you walk back to the others. Mainly Sonny in regards to understanding this is well an incident of a magical nature, so let's see if there's any information that's been gathered. Sorry about Son.
I guess as you come up to me, you see me holding another pillow. Like, do you? Just, I grab another pillow just in case. As I walk out, I couldn't really see anything in the houses. I got a couple pillows. I thought that would be sensible if we're all going to be in a cave. As you see me, just pushing them into my pouch, and
the boy is just like looking at you with like this amazement, like trying to figure out where does it all go.
Don't even address it. Like to me, it's natural. So I don't explain why I breathe. And I do mention that there was a magical item on the werewolf that I've taken off, and that I'll look into detail later. That might have something to do with the state as well. I do believe Jazz stumbled across some sort of book as well that he's in depth reading in.
It just seems to be a good accounting of the situation from another person's point of view. It corroborates what the boy has said. So, and he seems to have come up with potentially an elixir of restoration. I'm not. I can never make a cake. I always get the measurements wrong. Do you think that maybe if you have the recipe and I get you the ingredients, you can make it?
Well, I've definitely mixed ingredients for. I go to say master, and I'm just like back at home, and I've made basic potions. Yeah, and how is it expecting it to be like school book written, like very detailed amounts, ingredients? I look and it's just a list of what the ingredients are, and I'm just like, I can try.
Sounds great. It's going to be a perfect plan.
Yeah. Then looking at it, seeing the top one says tainted one's blood. Or Pan, do you want? Shall we
take him with us? If he's tainted, let's test him. And if he is not tainted after you've given it to him, we know it works. And if it kills him, it's very sad.
Okay.
It's very sad.
Okay.
In my head, I'm like, I haven't really practiced my potion making in age. This is a good opportunity. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Completely forgetting that it might be balancing some person's life in my hands.
Yeah, and if you desired, like, you could gather up some of the fairly primitive stuff that they have here, but it would seem that this spirit binder's house had all, like, mortal and pestle, a pot that you could mix it all in, sort of thing. That you could.
I'll go and search and take what I feel I would need that I don't have.
Yeah. The boy kind of, once he sees you guys starting to gather again, well, all right, guys, let's get out of here before they decide to come back with more. And he will start leaving. He does grab, like, leaves off of one of the plants and starts, like, kind of scattering it around. And in areas, and then like once he gets out, he'll leave like a bunch in a spot and then hurry off to join.
Is he dropping Wolfsbane?
Essentially, he's dropping like some sort of like heavily scented leaf to try to cover up the smell of you guys, to distract the wolves from being able to follow your path directly back. And then he will lead you off into the forest in the opposite direction of where the temple itself is. But then he like leads you down into this like slight valley. It's not, it's like a divot in the earth sort of thing. And there's a little stream that's running through there. And he starts like walking in the water, and he looks you guys walk through the water. It helps break up the scent. If they get our trail, it'll help disguise it a little bit. Anyways, keep your eye out for a flower that's yellow at the base of it, lily, and it kind of fades into a white up towards the top. That's the one, and he looks to Jez. That's the one you need for the divine lily.
I'll grab some and collect it.
And he'll lead you through this stream for a bit of a ways. You're able to find several bundles of these flowers. They grow in small clumps where there's like 6 or 7 flowers each, so you get about a dozen of the flowers itself. And then he will kind of start climbing up the bank of this little stream area and make his way up. And there's like a little overhang where there was a tree that roots grew down, but then like the earth underneath it had kind of cleared out in a part of it, creating a small cave, probably like a 15-foot area, where there's enough space where the tree and its roots are kind of overhanging this. It still has enough purchase in the ground where the tree's still there, growing, but it is like part of the dirt underneath it had been eroded away from whatever. And he'll kind of climb up there. This is as good of a cave as I got. If that works,
we can make it work.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is more than enough space. It's 15 foot in diameter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You drop.
I will stand close to Sunny. I will pull Davakir close to me. I will pull the boy close to me, and I will pull the body close to me. You ready?
Well, we're going to bed right now. Oh, stuff to do. And I'm like, but for now, and then I will cast Major Image at force level at the entrance, so it doesn't look like there's a hot cave there anymore. It just looks like it's a flush mountain from the outside.
Nice.
That should do for now until we sleep. At least nobody will see us as they go past. That will also stay there forever as well. Well, a normal casting's 10 minutes. A 4th level is forever. So
That is a choice. I love it.
yeah.
The boy is like, when this is all over, I have the best hiding spot ever.
Yeah, it's literally turned into a nice little man cave. I will pull out the magical item I took off the werewolf. I will then take 10, 11 minutes pulling out a pearl from my pouch and casting Identify on it so I can better understand what this person was wearing and if it's related to the infliction. Then after all of that, I will then look to cast Layman's Tiny Hut as ritual cast for another 10 minutes as we go down to rest.
Okay. Perfect. Spending your time working on this this cure or this whatever cleansing kind of ritualistic thing, following as close as you can to the musings of someone who hadn't had the opportunity to actually test it out himself. Give me an Arcana roll, I would think. Arcana or... I mean, Arcana is always going to be better.
I was
than
going to say, if you
whatever
let me
else.
pick, I'm going to be picking Arcana.
Yeah. So give me Arcana. That's why I was like, I was going to give you like nature. I was like, Arcana is always going to be the answer. So
This is to do what? To identify the thing or what?
I was going to work on, I think, right, the cleansing ritual.
Okay, then
thing.
can I throw guidance into him as he's doing that then?
Yeah.
Just to aid him in his process.
Sure. So that is a total for a 27.
Yeah. Yeah, you gather up, some of the stream water before you put up the tiny hut, and you gather up all the ingredients, the mortar and pestle, and you start grinding it together with the lily, mixing it, and you come up with what looks like a very well made potion that perhaps would be able to cure a tainted one.
I pass it to Jazz and I say, this is the best what I believe I can do with what I have here.
I look at the wolfman
Gesturing
that I
towards
dragged
the
in,
book.
and I'm like, can I make this wolfman drink it?
Yeah.
Then I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. You force this down the wolf creature's throat, and they start to like kind of cough and sputter as it goes down their throat. And at first, it seems like nothing really happened, but as the minutes kind of drag on, you start to see like it almost seems like the fur is starting to grow shorter on the creature, and it seems like slowly it's taking effect and working on altering this curse that has affected it, this issue that's come about.
Doing it, Peter.
While that's happening, Sonny, you were going to identify the bracelet. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever order you'd like me to do it in, potion,
Yeah, I mean,
identify, and then at the end of the night, tiny hut.
Yeah. So yeah, you start casting identify. You pull out the bracelet. It's like a bunch of beads of various colors. And then in the middle of it, there's like what looks like a bone that has been carved into like the shape of a wolf. And as you finish the identify spell, you will see that these are animal totems, and you'll kind of remember seeing similar ones on other members of the Urgathi when you were kind of hanging out there. They are attuned only to members of the Urgathi tribe, and they have to have gone through like a trial to prove themselves. And these are kind of like totems that like any full-fledged member who has completed the trial will get, and grants them an ability based on the animal totem that they like follow. So for this particular one, it grants like increased speed and stealth abilities.
I reassuring there's nothing tainted about this. I will put it away, but plan if we cure this person to give it back to him anyway. Okay. I will look at the werewolf that we treated, and noticing that it's having some effect. I will see if there's enough scrounged left to make another vial, if needed. and then tiny hut and go to sleep, and that's me for the night.
Sounds good. Anyone else doing anything before they settle down?
Reading
Alright.
my prayer book one last time, and then something of the night.
Okay. As the night goes on, anyone looking will see this creature slowly turn from full-blown lycanthrope to a female dressed in what's now like tattered clothes, like the claw and tooth kind of like necklace that was around their neck, there, along with just she looks beat up, but is no longer looks tainted or destroyed by this whatever curses caused them to be. And I think with you guys settling down for this long rest, it's probably a good spot for us to call it for the day. So I'll be out of town on the 1st. So maybe we can aim. 25th is a holiday here that my son will be home for. So can we aim for the 2nd week in June and maybe do back to back that month?
We'll do the 8th and then the 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes no difference to me.
All right, so that's what we'll aim for. Normally, try to do a 2-week schedule for any of the viewers, but I'm out of town on that Monday, so we'll come back. We'll do the 8th and the 15th of June, our same bat time, 10:30 Pacific time, 6:30 over there for you guys.
Yeah.
So if you're anywhere in between, extrapolate. Therefore, thanks everyone for joining us. And peace.
Peace out,
Bye.
people.